and I'm the founder of Coders of Color, which is a non-profit to get people that look like us into tech. I started to teach myself to code when I was 13. I very quickly realized there weren't many people that look like us in the industry, and I'd just like to create a space where 13-year-old Tolulope could learn and, feel safe in what she was doing. I would advise anyone, if there's still space to come up, because thanks to me coming up last year, we actually ran a whole summer of coding events, which went really well. And yeah, I mean, I'm running this all by myself at the moment, and I'm also a full-time student. So if anyone would like to help, I would love that. If anyone would like to give some money, would love that too. Also space and things like that, I would really appreciate it. Another thing I'm going to really quickly shout out is I was thinking about how I'm Nigerian and how children in Nigeria would want to learn to code as well. But then I thought, why would they think about wanting to learn to code if they couldn't even do maths or they didn't have resources to do maths? And because I study maths and computer science at uni, I thought, let me just go over there and do what I can do. At first, I thought maybe not very much, because I mean, who am I, a student that doesn't have very much money? But I managed to raise a bit of money with help from friends and family, and donate 350 maths textbooks to kids in 3 schools over there. And seeing them and meeting them and things like that made me realize it's something that I should continue doing, but obviously need a lot of help with that. So again, money, like, please throw it my way. And yeah, thank you so much for your time, and I can't wait to hear everyone else. Thank you.
What I like the most about that talk was fantastic microphone placement. Always keep the sound person happy. Just FYI, we are going to do sort of trigger warnings and content warnings for anything that comes up. And could I get any community partners that are speaking to come to the front of the queue? And while they do that, I would like you to please go wild to introduce Amira. Come to stage.
Hi everyone. So I wanted to invite Amira on stage during the showcase hour, because Amira is also one of the people, my heart's racing, one of the people who actually won the youth competition. So we actually asked kids to create a story around the Afro Tech Fest characters. I don't know if some of you have seen them, but it's 4 kids who basically travel the galaxy, and it's way into the future. And they go to different planets, they go on different adventures. And Amira wrote a story, and her story was chosen and illustrated. But before I actually present her with the comic book, I also wanted to share with you a little thing that she does on the side. Amira is 10, and she has created a website which basically, whisper in my ear again, remind me. It's stuff that you don't learn at school. So it's about Black history and things that you don't actually learn at school.
So I blog about like women in Black history. I do book reviews. I blog about events that I've been to. I also blog for Scholastic, so they'll send me books, and then I just write reviews on them, and then I post them on my blog page.
So without further ado, Amira, I want to say congratulations for writing the story for the first issue of Afro Tech Fest. This is the Afronaut Squad. This is your comic book. This is your stories inside there, so you can like the story that your mom sent to me, that you sent to me actually. With the story is called The Mysteries of Undiscovered Tech. So that's yours. So I just wanted to make a round of applause for Amira. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That's incredible. I mean, recently I found a blog when I started doing a blog about 6 years ago. I found that again recently. Old comics, terrible, terrible, terrible thing. Had to destroy the hard drive. So up next, yes, that was the reason I destroyed the hard drive. Next up, we have Izzy Obeng and Annette. Please welcome them to the stage.
Hi, everyone. I want you to all close your eyes for me. Just close your eyes. I want you to think about the most successful entrepreneur you can think of. Now, whilst your eyes are closed, I want you to quickly put your hand up if that person looks like me. Okay, 4, which is 4 more than I normally get when I ask that question. So we are Found Divine, and that's going to tell you a bit more about what we do.
We are Found Divine, and we help underrepresented founders build startups from scratch. Over the past year, we have incubated over 16 startups, supported over 300 young underrepresented entrepreneurs, and built a community of over 2,000. And we do that primarily through our core program, Startup 54, which gives all our founders 54 hours to build their business ideas and their business skills. We were basically founded by 8 young Black professionals who were frustrated with the lack of enterprise education, especially for people like ourselves.
Yeah, so we've been doing some awesome stuff in the UK. So the first Startup 54, social enterprise, I think it's quite a few of you in the room. That was held in partnership with EY. Our second one was Africa Tech with Pivotal. And our third one was the Future of Finance with Monzo. We're doing our first regional event in Bristol in partnership with Just Eat, and that's going to focus on mental health, because I think a lot more of us need to be thinking about tech solutions to address mental health challenges. We want to run Startup 54 all over, and recently we secured some funding to launch Startup 54 in Ghana and Nigeria next year. So we're really, really excited about that. So my last sort of call to action is that if you are a young person who's interested in starting a business, come and talk to Stephen, come and talk to Annette, come and talk to myself. I think a few of us might be in the room. If you are a speaker, someone who wants to get into public speaking, mentoring, coaching young people, please do come and talk to us, because we're always looking for mentors. We've got Founder Fest, our annual festival, coming up on the 11th of May. And we are currently taking submissions for talks at Founder Fest. Have you got anything to add? Brilliant. Thank you, guys.
I'm loving the speed with which everyone's getting through this. We said 3 minutes, and the average right now is 90 seconds. Like, when lightning talks, you really mean lightning talks. So next up, please can you welcome to the stage Charlene Hunter.
Hi everyone. How many of the Black women in the room are software developers or already want to be a developer? That is so many more hands than I saw back in before 2017 when I set up the group. So I created a group called Coding Black Females to meet other Black women in tech or who are developers, because before 2017 I'd met maybe 2 software developers and who were Black women, and I thought it was really important to meet others, and that other Black women must feel isolated and in industries where they're not meeting any other people that look like themselves. So I really wanted to build networks and build the community of Black female developers. So since 2017, what we've been doing is getting together, meeting, and just networking and finding out what everybody's doing in the community and trying to educate each other and ourselves. So now we've got to a position where we've built up quite a strong community, and some of which are here right now. You're going to make noise. There we go. Thank you. So we've been building up quite a good, strong community, and now we're trying to build software together. We're trying to learn together. We're trying to just get as much interest and excitement about coding that I feel every day. I want that in the rest of the community. So if you're interested in finding out what the other black women look like who are also developing, get in contact, find Coding Black Females. We're everywhere now, I think, so we should be on all the social media. Get in contact. We're looking for speakers, sponsors, money. Anything you want to hand over would be great. So get in contact. We really want to hear from you. Thank you.
Just the speed. So up next we have Tony, but before that, could we also get Anike to come to the front? Yeah, we good? We got that queue management. I'm heading to Ghana in a couple of weeks, so I'm getting my queuing like in order, because out there I'm not gonna have to do any of this. So orderly queue. So welcome to the stage, please, Tony.
Hello, everybody. So I didn't expect to be up here doing this today, but here I am. This is because I'm so happy to be here and see so many of you and so many of us together sharing and making connections and collaborations. So what I do is I'm a writer, I'm a journalist. I used to work around the corner actually, and I worked for a company called Tech City Insider, and I was profiling lots of founders, VCs, seed people, people in tech. And I found that I wasn't speaking to a lot of black people. So what I have done is I've created something called the Tectonic. See what I did there? Tech, tonic, with Tony in there. So what I would like for you to do is, if you would think that a place where black people in tech could connect, could learn more about what each other are doing, could learn about how VC investment works, could learn about different languages, might want a place to direct people to, perhaps your mum, she doesn't know what you do when she's trying to explain it to your aunties, or something like that. I'm trying to create that kind of place where we can just connect, collaborate, and help each other out. So if you follow me on Twitter, Tony Sakina, I'm the one who says it with a surname, like David McQueen was saying earlier. There's a link to the Tectonic there, and I'll be so happy to just hear more of your stories, because that's basically what it is about. I'm just really nosy, and I like to know what people are doing. And because this is such an innovative, interesting, creative, boundary-stretching space, I think it'd be really useful if more of us just got into connections with others of us. Thank you very much. Oh. So it's Tony, Toni Sekinah. Thank you.
See, I like they spelled it, because the next person coming up literally said to me when I asked, how do I pronounce your name? They said, I don't even know. So please welcome to the stage, Anika. Anike.
I'll tell you why, because I'm Nigerian. My name's Tammy, and I've recently started going by Anike, and I'm still trying to figure out how to say it, but one of the Nigerian things. Anyway, right. Imagine you're a parent. You've got a 5-year-old child with autism. Every day you get your child up to go to school, hear loud noises, making your child go into crisis. Their heart starts beating, bite themselves, and scratch themselves until they start bleeding. Start to wonder, where do I go for support? Who do I speak to? How do I find products to support their needs? It's not just a problem faced by my cousin, but also 93 million parents worldwide. My desire to solve this problem led me to create Le Papo Special Needs. Le Papo is a marketplace that connects parents of children with disabilities to businesses that sell products to support their needs. It's also a website that allows parents to connect, share ideas, concerns, and anxieties. We recently won an award. I say we, it's me, myself. So I'm a special needs teacher without a background in technology. Taught myself to use WordPress, which then led me to create Le Papo Special Needs, my desire to solve this problem. recently won an award from Unlimited, and we've been going from strength to strength. If you are interested in finding out any more, you can go to the Lapapo. That's lapapo.co.uk. Thank you.
I'm just loving the efficiency. I spent that entire talk organizing that queue. It's made me feel really happy. Marie Kondo. Could, like, I don't even say jokes, I can just say names. So please, right now, could you welcome to the stage Patricia and Yolanda?
Hey. Okay, so my name is Yolanda, and this is Patricia. So together we run an organization called Our Voice Africa. So again, look it up on social media if you want to see. Our Voice Africa. Yep. So it's a digital platform that seeks to transcend the barriers forced by Black people through social media. Sorry.
The lack of accurate and authentic media representation is something that we as Black people have contended with for decades or even centuries. What we have done is created a platform where Black creators can create, showcase, and inspire the world with groundbreaking creative ideas that tell African stories through an honest lens. We work with writers, photographers, digital artists, and many other creators in order to shape and transform the African story. We believe that art and creativity is a viable tool for creating social change and educating the masses. We started last year in June, and since then we've been able to build a community of over 3,000 people, both in the UK, in South Africa, Zimbabwe, Ghana, and recently Gambia. We've worked with over 20 school children in Zimbabwe, where we encourage them to tell their own stories and encourage them to write their own scripts and to write their own music, which we then showcased to a group of people. On top of that, we've also held 2 Black History Month events in Portsmouth and in Southampton, where we raised over £4,000, which we're using to create this platform. So thank you for listening. And it's our first time doing this, so we're very nervous. That's But yeah, thank you for your time. Thank you.
Because there are 2 of them, a massive round of applause. Another one, another one. Because you know, if you don't show enough like Vim, it's just going to be me saying, no, again. And so you're going to come and be like, what was Afro Tech Fest? And people are going to be like, it was just this really light-skinned guy shouting Martin 100 times. So don't do that. Please welcome to the stage, Martin. It's on? Yes, on. It was not on.
Okay, take 2. Cool. So my name is Martin. I have quite a few ideas actually. The tech idea is still in ideation, but we'll run with it. So the mortgage market has been underdeveloped, hasn't really changed for years. The problem is house prices have got more expensive. Deposits, the level deposit for the house has got higher from 10% to 25%. That means young people who've just graduated take 10, 15 years to even have a chance to go into the housing ladder. That's the problem I want to solve. So my idea is, if you're a graduate, you just graduated from university, you have a graduate job, but you don't live in London, more time, you'll be moving down to London, renting. That means you have enough money to rent. And if you have enough money to rent, you have enough money to pay mortgage costs, because rent is often more. The problem that these young people have is they would have the funds to pay mortgage, to pay the mortgage costs. They don't have the deposit for a mortgage. So what I want to create is a system where you can do joint mortgages. So this would be, so say you've just left university, you had a uni house with 4 people, you've moved to London, get a mortgage with the 4 people you are living with. That drops the level of mortgages from, you need 25% less money for that mortgage. So say you need a 20k mortgage, now you need 5k. Much more achievable. Now there's a lot of practicalities for us to solve. For example, it would have to be limited liability rather than group liability, because if you took liability for someone else, no one would ever do it. But yeah, that's the idea in a nutshell.
What I like is that Martin had like more stuff to say, but you clapped. And he was like, "Yeah, it's good. I'll end on a high." You know what? Go while the going's good. Okay. Martin, you didn't give your contacts.
Contacts.
I'll hold it. Would you like me to hold it?
Contacts.
Is this what we're doing?
I don't know what my Twitter is because I changed it recently.
You've got your Twitter up.
But I will check now. Wait, hold on. So my Twitter name is AMAAAA.
Okay, one, no one's going to remember that. Two, your ratio of following to followers. Okay, so how are we going to do this? What's your email?
Oh, my email, MAATIN. So basically, my name is Martin with 2 A's. So yeah. Noah. Yeah, Martin with 2 A's, Noah. ADE@googlemail.com.
Can if you tweet it to Afro Tech Fest and they retweet it, will it be easier?
Yes, I'll do that.
Round of applause, please. I have never been more happy that my parents called me Alex instead of Odate or Kofi. Wonderful, wonderful. Those are the middle names. In case like war breaks out here, those are the names I'm going to use when I go back to West Africa and hide. No one's going to draft me. No, no, no. So what I like is all of you are like, that's a really good idea. Up next, we have Richie. Welcome to the stage, please.
Hello, everyone. I didn't even know I was next. I just want to say my name is Richie Aseke, and I'm just very privileged to be here. This is my first time, and I've enjoyed it immensely so far. But what I want to talk to you guys today is mainly a problem and maybe discuss the solution that I have in mind just briefly. So the problem is the cost of medication in African countries is the most expensive in the entire world. And to some people, people are paying 50 to 90% more for medication than any other place in the world compared to here in the UK where people pay 2 to 24% more for medication. So this is a huge problem that needs to be solved as soon as possible. And there's a number of reasons for this, and I'm going to go through mainly two of them, which are the biggest. One is the fragmented supply chain, and the second being that there's an excessive number of intermediaries between the wholesalers' distribution and the pharmacies, which basically means too many people are involved from the moment the drugs are made to the point where patients have access to it. And each of those people are adding cost on top of that, meaning people are paying significantly more for something that we can pay £1 here for. And to add to that mix, this has created a thriving environment for counterfeit medication. What's been found is that 1 in 6 pills in Africa will fail the quality control test. That's a big thing. And further to that, 100,000 deaths per year in Africa are linked to counterfeit medication. We need to find a way to solve this problem. So just to summarize what I've said, because in case I'm talking a bit too fast, authentic medication in Africa is unaffordable. This has created a thriving environment for counterfeit medication to be sold. And yeah, and those are the two main problems. So in terms of solution, fundamentally, this is quite straightforward. Let's make authentic medication more affordable and more available. And currently, I'm aware of 2 companies or startups that are trying to tackle this problem as well. One of them being M Pharma and the other called MedSafe. But Africa is a huge continent. And despite the great effort and work that they're putting, this problem still persists. And that's why I want to be a part of the solution and join the disruption that is happening within the counterfeit medication industry. And the way that I want to do that is by is by creating a new marketplace that brings affordable and authentic medication to the fingertips of every single person in Africa. And this may sound something that's like, well, of course, that's because it's a luxury that we enjoy here, and people in Africa currently don't have that. And this is a very personal problem to me because I was born in Africa. I was lucky because I had parents living here in the UK, but people around me were faced with problems where they couldn't afford medication, and this has left a dent in me since moving here. And like one of the presenters mentioned earlier on, some people may be asking themselves, why me? And my answer to that is, why not me? Because I think it could be anybody here that can do this. I believe in the collective power, which means areas in knowledge or skills and experience that I lack, I can create a team that can subsidize all of that. And that's why I'm here today, because what we're learning today is there's many people here with different skills and abilities. So I'm really interested in connecting with developers who are especially keen on blockchain, should I say, for example. So despite that, I want to talk to you a bit more about my own background. So I have a biomedical degree from the University of Birmingham, and that's particularly important for this problem because it means I have developed an in-depth understanding of pharmacology. In addition to that, I have a 2-year postgraduate diploma qualification, also from the University of Birmingham. I never left. Which is basically a medical profession where we work alongside doctors to manage patients in every aspect of their health. And what that means is I understand the journey that patients go through from having a problem to medication to prescription. So I have that, but that's here in the UK. And it's really important for me to find connections in Africa or people who are interested in work in Africa. And yeah, so I think I'm going to give you my contact. I recently joined Instagram like 2 weeks ago. So you can add me on Instagram on Kalema Aseke, which is KALEMAASEKE. All right, let's try that again. So it's Kalema Aseke, which is basically my name as well, free name, Congolese. KALEMA and then ASEKE. All right, thank you so much for listening to me. You guys have been wonderful.
So I managed to find Richie's Instagram. There are 7 posts. This last one got 8 likes. It was posted 17 hours ago. Just putting that out there. So next up, hopefully someone with far more social media clout. Please welcome to the stage, Brandon.
It's a bit bright, so I'm just gonna take this off. Okay, so I was born in Belgium. I'm Congolese by DNA. I moved to Manchester, then I moved back to London, studied uni here, then moved back to Manchester. So she came down all the way from Manchester. I'm a technical analyst at Auto Trader, and the reason why I told you my background is because I move a lot, and everywhere I move, if I need a barber. As you can see, my trim is not 10 out of 10. I found someone somewhere in Manchester. If I need African food, I seem to struggle a lot when I want to find African product. So I just feel like if you were to go to Tesco, because Africa is it's a big continent, we shouldn't just be in the rest of the world section. You can't quantify us in that section. It just doesn't make sense. So if I wanted to find a new product, let's say you go to Liverpool, ladies, if you want to get your hair did, how would you do it if you don't know the places? You'd probably look for someone that's black and ask them, who did your hair? I like that. The same for guys. You want to cut your hair. If you see someone with that fade, you're not gonna ask him. Leave him there. But if you see that fade, like okay, then 3 step 0, 1.5, then 2 on top, like, alright, who's your barber? You need to know. So the thing is, I'm trying to create a product that's gonna tackle that. So in my head I'm picturing TripAdvisor but for black businesses. So let's say you've got a barber, you can leave reviews. If as a black person, let's say I move somewhere, Glasgow, we're gonna go there, Glasgow. okay, the black community, they've got all their data on that website or an application. They can just go on there. I want to cut my hair here. They can just see, oh, there's 2 black barbers. You can get reviews on things like that. So in my head, it makes perfect sense. I don't know. That's why I decided to come to this event to see what other people that look like me think about it. Because if you imagine, like an application, you can even check on the application if the barber's busy. Just something as simple as that. When I go on Instagram, I see a lot of beautiful things being done by black people on social media. Instagram, they don't have website, they don't have the technical side of things, but it's more of they just use Instagram because it's popping. But I'm watching it, I can see something amazing. Then the next, depending on what's next below, I'll just forget about it. So I would like a bespoke platform just for black businesses, so we can just go on. I imagine everyone having that like Facebook. So just go on there. I want reviews. I want a black business. I want African food in that city. What's on there? Even on holiday, you go to Portugal. Let's say as a black guy, you forget your do-rag. Just find a black shop in Portugal, and you stay wavy for the rest of the holiday. So I would like. Does it make sense to you guys? Would that help? Yeah. So yeah, I'm a technical analyst. I studied software engineering. Then I started coding my first year, but then I had to move back. Like I move a lot for family reasons. So I just took any other IT related jobs. So that's how I kind of went back to technical analyst. So I'm trying to get back into it. So I could do with a lot of help, mentoring. Anyone's down with the idea, I'm sure we can work together. And I feel like I came to the right place. That's it. Oh, you can find me on LinkedIn. Just search Brandon space Milambo. I'll put it on Twitter or something like that. On the Afrotech Twitter. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
I want all of you to know, and people watching on the live stream, hey, that we are getting far more efficient. The people, they're giving contact details far easier. And the next person already has their microphone. So please welcome to the stage, efficiently, Talu.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tolu. I'm from BTNG, and BTNG stands for Building Things for Nigeria. If you believe Nigeria has the best jollof, shout woo! That's the spirit. Sorry, guys. Please don't stone me. But on to the pitch. So, Building Things for Nigeria is a tech community for people, for Nigerians in diaspora who want to build impactful tech products. So if you're a Nigerian and you want to meet other Nigerians who are building side projects, or they're entrepreneurs, or they're tech enthusiasts. So the way we frame it is BTNG is a community for tech enthusiasts that want to build positive, impactful products or solutions. We have an event on May 3rd. So if you want to check out three amazing speakers who are building side projects, please do come through. And it's not really a sales pitch, so you learn about how they built it, their journey, and we also encourage people to help them as well. You can find us at btng.tech. So btng.tech. All right, thanks, guys. Just one more thing. It's not just for Nigerians, so because I know people come and like, oh, so other people are not invited. You are invited. Two of our speakers are actually not Nigerian for the next event, so it's for emerging economies and Nigeria, but with a focus on Nigeria. Thank you very much.
That was fantastic up until he said something about jollof rice. Stop listening there. So please, don't do what I do. Open your ears for the next two, Vanessa and Gugu. But before that, they're not being live streamed, so whoop, turn it off. This is intimate. It's like a Frank Ocean concert. just fantastic. And now that the live stream is back on, I feel as though we can really appreciate that. Did you enjoy the bit where Steve Jobs' hologram came up and gave them 6.2 million? Or the bit where the heavens literally came open and then Steve Wozniak came down? I don't think he's dead yet. No. So please welcome up to the stage. Next, it's Toby.
Hi guys, hope you're all enjoying the event. As you all know, Afrotech, technology, African tech is what's in fashion and what's in vogue right now. And this is simply because we're finding ourselves in an age where we're moving from doing things in a manual manner to a digital manner. So everything, you name it, is headed towards digitalization. Now, in order to make any impact in this space or add any value in this space, ideally, you need to find a problem or identify a problem and then find a solution to that problem. My name is Oluwatobi Shogbamo. I am a co-founder. I am the co-founder of Africooking. And what we realized is African fashion is very misrepresented on the global fashion scale. So a lot of the times what is deemed as African fashion to many Africans doesn't reflect them in any shape or form. Now, what we then did was we built an African fashion app named after the company. So it's called Africooking. That's AFRICOOKIN. And it's a free app which is live on the Google Play and the Apple App Store. And what we're using this global platform to do is not only cater to the bespoke nature of African fashion, because African fashion has a very bespoke nature, but we want to bring authentic and grassroots African designs to the world so the people can really see what African fashion is. And so when you download the app, what you find, you get a directory of thousands of pictures which show different African designs, not just West African, but you find South African designs, East African designs, Central African designs, so different designs that will inspire you. So if you have a wedding or a birthday and you need inspiration of what to make, that app caters to that. What we've also been doing is approaching tailors, designers, and accessory makers who specialize in making African wear or African jewelry, and we've been encouraging them to register on the app. Now, what this does, it feeds them into this app search engine. So if you're in a particular location and you need a tailor, designer, or accessory maker, anybody registered within your vicinity will appear on the search engine, allowing you to go to these artisans who specialize in African fashion and patronize them. So what I would like for everybody to do for me today is to download the app and please give me feedback. And you can give me feedback on our Instagram page. So it's at Africooking, so AFRIQOKIN. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, so just send us a message. Or you can send us an email at info@africookingnative.com. So that's Africooking Native, NATIVE.com. Thank you.
We're just speeding through this. The next people are going to keep to time, solid 3 minutes. So please welcome to the stage, Daly.
Hi guys, I hope everyone's doing all right. To the Africans in the room, my name is Bami Dele, and to everyone that can't pronounce it, it's Daly. I wasn't expecting to pitch today, but the last speaker inspired me just to freestyle it off the dome and see what happens. As you can see at the moment, the restaurant industry in the UK is suffering, with a third of the top 100 UK restaurants currently making losses, and it's not predicted to get any better post-Brexit. Part of this reason is that users are engaging differently with how they'd like to choose food. They're unhappy with the restaurant offerings, as it's easier to spend money, £50, it's harder to spend £50 on a dish from Goucher that you do not know, or to spend £10 from the delivery on the local Caribbean shop.
GoToMenu is a visual menu social media platform where each restaurant will have a picture of each dish that they have on offer. So users will get a clear understanding of the dish they're about to receive. Users will be able to engage and rate and socially share all the dishes that they like with their friends to see. So think of us as the Twitter or Instagram of food. The idea is for the data analytics produced to be used to track consumer behavior and to suggest new dishes to users. I'm here today with my business partner who has previous startup experience, and I have a business management degree. And my other partner who couldn't be here today is a website developer. I'm here today mainly to get criticism and feedback, or if you know anyone that's good at tech. And yeah, it's GoToMenu is the Instagram, so it's GoChewMenu, and emails info@gotomenu.com. Thank you guys.
Wonderful. So up next, well, you can see I'm speeding through these. Up next, we have Gary. Round of applause, please.
Good day, everyone. I'm Gary. I'm a web developer and consultant by trade, but more so than that, I'm a community builder. I've been building websites for the last 20 years, been building online communities for the last 15. So I want to talk about 5 challenges that I've seen for myself and people like me who are people who are technical within the technology industry. The first is around networking. We all have challenges in trying to connect with people like ourselves. We have days like today, which are amazing, but even on an event like this, there's only so many people you can meet in the course of one day. The second one is awareness. Every time I go to an event, I'll meet someone new, and it's guaranteed I'll say, "Are you coming to event X?" And they're like, "I didn't even know about it." So we have challenges in finding out about the resources that are available to us already. On the flip side of that, if you are a network owner or an event organizer, or you have a service that targets people in our industry, how do you then build your audience and raise your profile so that people know about what you're offering? Number 4 is around competency. In my last business, I was an employer. Over 10 years, I probably employed 150 people. In that time, I employed 1 black person. Now, this is not because I didn't want to employ black people. It's not because I didn't interview any black people. It's because there was only 1 that was good enough for our team. So I want to make sure that anytime someone works into an interview, you don't have to worry about the color of their skin. I don't want to hire black people. I want to hire awesome people. People who are awesome and black. Black and awesome. Blawsome. Let's be blawsome. And finally, it's about opportunity. So whether you are a professional, whether you're a consultant, whether you're a founder, we're all trying to advance our careers or our businesses or our networks. So how can we make sure that we have access to all the opportunities out there? So my solution for this, or my contribution towards solving this problem, is a new site that I've actually just launched today. So it's literally gone live 2 hours ago. Thank you. So the idea is really that I am going to try and provide a platform that is going to become a signpost for all the resources that we have out here. It's going to provide a platform for all of us to network on a constant basis outside of the events. Anybody here, is there anybody here that has a blog or a podcast or a video channel that relates to technology? Anyone? Any authors at all? I see a couple of hands going up. Please come find me, because what we're trying to do is to aggregate as much content as we can. So if you are a blog author, a podcast host, you have a video channel that's relevant to technology, we want to be able to provide all that content in one place so that people have one place they can go discover all the authors and experts in our community. Secondly, if you have an idea for any of these channels and maybe you don't have the technology behind you to do it, come talk to me again, because we will provide a platform for you to do so. So if you want to write a blog and you have a great idea, we provide an environment for you to do that. You don't have to worry about hosting, you don't have to worry about marketing, we'll do that for you. Just come with writing and we'll give you a platform. In fact, if you're here, come talk to me, because this is going to be a community-led community. So we need ideas from you in terms of what you want to do, where you want it to go, and we're going to try and build this thing together. If you're a web developer, we're going to be opening up the source. So it's an open source project. So if you want to get involved and you want to start hacking on a website and advancing and developing new features, you can do. I'll Okay, so I know that my time's up. I know people have had problems giving out their socials. I'm not giving my social. I'm going to give you the site itself, which is Throwware. So if you can all FROWARE, simple things, please log on, set up a profile, come in, chat, meet, network. Thank you very much.
Absolutely brilliant. So please welcome up in our final speed run round, Dio.
Hello everyone. Because of time, I'll dive straight in. So I'll essentially present the problem first. So last year Christmas, I organized a get together for all of my cousins, about 25 of us, cousins slash family friends slash people I just know who I call cousin. So essentially, I, being an operations guy, I put a survey, I put a Google form into the WhatsApp group. What day would you be available and what type of event would you like to go to? Managed to get, the majority of people to agree on one day. Then obviously I had to go ahead and pay for a deposit at the place. So I told everyone, hey, the deposit's £250, I'll pay for it. Because it's 25 of us, can we split that £10 each? A couple days before the event, still everybody had not paid. Long story short, after the event, I ended up being £80 short. I think this is an experience that all of us are familiar with in some way, where you organize an event, ask people to pay, and not everyone pays, and it's just hard to get people together for an event. So it gave me the idea of essentially creating a platform for group bookings, in which one, you can discover a great place for group events and group bookings like hen do's, bridal showers, and even just a link up with 25 of your cousins. And hopefully it will help you manage everything from the itinerary of the day and also receiving payments from people as well. So before I dash off, would you use a platform like that? Yeah? Thank you very much.
Oh God, I'm my own worst enemy. I did leg day, so that's why I tripped. It's really leg day. Please welcome to the stage, Timmy.
Hi, my name is Timmy, and I'm here to present my website. I'm the founder of a website called groomnoir.com, and we focus on selling hair and beard products for black men. So any hairstyles you have, afro, locks, and everything, or even if you're bald like me, you can you can get any products you want. So we ship to anywhere in the UK and Europe as well. And we're looking for partners to help us develop our platform better with marketing, so we can actually reach more people. We have a few connections with barbers as well, so we do cater for events. So if you have like a wedding, we can trim all your groomsmen and everything. So if you want to partner with us, we're looking for people actually in the tech industry to actually help us zoom into this to where we're trying to get to. So please follow us on groomnoir.com. Message us groomnoir on so it's groom noir as in black, yeah. So on Instagram, Twitter, and email us info@groomnoir.com if you want to partner with us. We're looking forward to it. Thank you.
I'm impressed with everyone's speed. They thought it couldn't be done, but it can. Please welcome to the stage, Andre.
So I've only been told I've got a minute to plug this. So basically I have an online platform. It's called Student Raiders. It's for students basically to sell, trade, buy on campus. Essentially, there was about 3 years ago, I found out that there wasn't really a platform for students to buy and sell with each other. So I created a platform as an app. It's also right now on the ISO store, so you can download it if you want to. You can follow me at Student Raiders or email me at andre.gibbs@studentraiders.co.uk. So is that right? Yeah.
I didn't actually expect it. I was too busy looking at Instagram. For the final one, she says she can do it in 30 seconds. Please welcome to the stage, Joycelyn.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joycelyn. I'm one of the co-founders of Afrocentrics. Who's heard of Afrocentrics before? Put your hand up. Ooh, quite a few people. Everybody else, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter. So we formulate and manufacture natural products for Afro hair. We've just closed a round of 500K of investment. And essentially, we really believe that there is a problem in the market with hair products for black women. They're inaccessible. A lot of them don't work, so you end up with people saying they're product junkies. It's not because black women are vain, it's because a lot of products just don't work on Afro hair. And lastly, a lot of the products have toxic ingredients which contribute to infertility, fibroids, respiratory problems, and we're solving the problem by making the products in-house and distributing them through our e-commerce website. So what I want from you guys is to follow us on social media, AFROCENCHIX. The name was coined when we were 18, so please forgive us. And also we're hiring, so we are hiring a cosmetic scientist. So if you know anyone who did like a chemistry degree or chemical engineering degree and wants to work for black women with black women, please send them to us. You can contact us on Twitter and Instagram. We're also hiring people to come in and help make the product. So if you have any little brothers or sisters and they want a job for the summer, 6 weeks, we're paying London living wage. They could come in and work with us. Our office is based in Southwark, 2 minutes from the station. And also, I'll be speaking with Andy, who's at the front row, who made me do this. It wasn't my idea. On the 30th of April, with it's an event with Jammy, Jammy is like a discount card. It's basically the taste card for black businesses. And we're going to be talking about fundraising as black businesses. One of my personal passions is to create wealth and legacy within the black community. So we want to talk to black people about raising funding for their business. So as Afrocentrics was faced with a triple whammy, black business, female run, our market is black women. So trying to raise to investors who are white male was very interesting. So you can hear more about that. Thank you for your time.